Hi guys, and welcome to episode 6 in our tutorial series on how to create a survival game with Ultimate Survival. And in this tutorial we'll be adding NPCs and NPC AI into our game. And actually I've been getting more questions about NPCs than I have about anything else, even about adding custom weapons. So this is going to be a very exciting tutorial, and I hope that you all out there are going to enjoy it. And if you take a peek at the Unity 3D asset store this week, you'll see that Ultimate Survival has been released. And while we were waiting for Ultimate Survival to get on the asset store, the guys at Winterbyte managed to fix a few of the bugs that we saw during our tutorial series and add a few small new features as well. Now, looking for a decent 3D model for us to use as an NPC, I came across this wonderful free model called Nightmare Creature from 3D Red Models. He's really nice to look at. He's a wonderful guy that you'd love to take home to the parents. I don't know what you could call him. He's a weird looking red zombie thing with no eyes. So I'm assuming that in our game he's going to find us from smelling us and from hearing us. He's got little holes here and he's got nose cavities, but he can't see us. Actually, we're just going to use the Cannibal AI animation controller that we got with Ultimate Survival, but I like to pretend. Now we're going to go into Unity. I'm going to download and import him, and when I'm finished I'll start recording again, because you don't want to really see me just hanging about. Before we start importing the Nightmare model, we need to first bake a Navmesh into our scene. Now this isn't as difficult as it first might seem. Actually, if you're going to let Unity do it all for you, it's relatively easy. However, it's not the best way of doing it, and I advise you to check out some tutorials and go on YouTube to see ways how to manually place and resize your Navmesh. So first thing we're going to do is click on Windows and Navigation, and here's our navigation. Make sure our terrain is selected, and we go to our inspector to make sure that in static you've got navigation ticked. And when you go to here, you can actually see it's got navigation static ticked. Go to Bake tab, and we see here that the 45-degree angle, meaning that this is the maximum slope, won't bake a Navmesh probably around here, meaning that the NPCs won't be able to climb up these slopes that chase you if you're at the top. You can change that if you want to have the NPCs run anywhere you want. So we're going to click on Bake, and that'll pause the video and come back when it's finished. And here we go, we can see that we've got this blue everywhere. That's the Navmesh. As we said, this 45-degree slope here, NPCs can't climb up, but you can see that. That's why I said earlier, sometimes it's best to manually resize and place your Navmesh, because you've got these weird little areas where it's not exactly 45 degrees. Now this means that our NPCs are able to run all over this Navmesh and chase after us when we're in the game. Here we go. The Nightmare we've just downloaded is in a folder called Assets. Let's pretend that we don't see that, and it's here, Nightmare. So I'm going to drag Nightmare into the root assets and delete this annoying one here. Okay, so there's Nightmare, and I'm going to stick him next to our trees that we were playing about with the other day. So where is that position? Because this will be his little grove for us testing about, and later we can set up a spawn point for him. So here he is, scary looking fellow, Nightmare. And we go to Tools, Ultimate Survival, Add, and Add Humanoid AI Creator, and drag over our agent here. Animator controller, I just want to use the Cannibal animator controller we got with Ultimate Survival. This guy doesn't have any animations with him. And plonk, you can see a load of scripts that have just been added. Go to Tools, make sure he's still selected. Tools, Ultimate Survival, Add Humanoid Ragdoll, and you'll see that it should find everything automatically. If it doesn't, you'll have to click on these little circly things, or drag and drop, or however you prefer, and fill them all in the right way. But we do see that these little colliders, some of them aren't correctly set up. So let's go to our nightmare, expand and expand and expand some more. Let's open up his spine and fix his chest first. Where is it? Here's the box collider. A little bit of playing about. Where is he? Up here. I'm going to pause every now and again because mostly it's just me at this point entering numbers into the capsule colliders to make sure that they're the right size. Now you can do this yourselves, play about with the numbers. Obviously every model is going to be different. Just make it so that your capsule colliders and your box colliders are exposed and not either too big or too small. So where you're going to add the ragdoll component, it's not in the hips, not in the nightmare, the main one, but in this one it's called nightmare rig. Other ones it might be called the armature, and other ones it just might be like this one here's the same name with rig at the end of it. And we're going to add our ragdoll, and we need to drag in the hips in the pelvis, and we have to make sure that this is the right texture as our nightmare. I think there you go, nightmare color, that's his skin. But now we need to add the surface texture into our surface database, and while we know where it is because we've played about with it, it's just easier to type in surfer here and then you'll find surface database. And we don't want to add him as a wood. Be interesting, we could add his skin as a wood if he was some kind of tree man. If it was Groot, you were doing a Groot game, but we're not. We're doing a mutant-y skeleton, no eyeball man, and he's got a flesh texture. And we want to increase 4 to, not to 6, but to 5. And instead of another chicken, we'll find in our nightmare, and now we've got the nightmare skin or texture here in our surface database, and that's the same one we have here, nightmare color, and it is the same one that's on our nightmare. Here it is, and there it is, nightmare color. So yeah, nightmare color. They all need to match. There's one more thing that we need to do, and we go back to our nightmare, and we need to enable the ragdoll. Now we've got a ragdoll on our rig. Let's drag him over, and here he is. If you've got an animation, if it was one that you've got in the asset store, some really fantastic ones on there with really nice death animations, or you could just grab yourself a death animation from Mixamo or something. You could put him in here. This is the destroy timer, meaning that when you kill him, he's on the ground for 30 seconds and then his body just poof disappears. Now let's I just want to show you quickly the AI brain scripts. So I just want to show you the AI brain scripts. We've got two things here, available actions and available goals. So you look at the available actions, all he can do is attack and chase and waddle about, really. That's what he, like his idle. His main actions are attack and chase, and his goals in life are kill player. He's just got one goal in life. It's a bit sad, no wonder he's really aggressive. He hasn't got a goal of find someone, fall in love, start a zombie family. It's just kill. So not even crush, kill and destroy, just kill. And his fallback is this random patrol. So when he's not attacking and chasing, he'll just go on a random patrol. We're going to click play. We're going to get in and see what he's like, if we can kill him, if he can kill us, and then we'll make a prefab out of him, and then we'll add some AI spawn point thingamajigs. Okay, so let's click play. Let's pick up our Winchester. Oops, E for picking him up. Let's drag him in and find our way. Hello, Rock. I remember you. So let's sneak up on him. Is he? Oh no. Oh! Here he comes. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's a bit scarier than I thought. And really, the pose that he's in is not suitable. It's not PG-13. I can't resist. Okay, so now we've got him and he's a little bit too easy to kill. We'll tweak that and then make a prefab out of him. So let's go back to our inspector and maximum health. Everyone 200 as resistance, make it 6. Okay, he regenerates slowly by himself. And let's go into our prefabs and make a folder and call him NPCs. What should we call him? AI. Call it AI. And there he is. There's Unlike Man. Let's delete him from the scene. Drag this guy back in. Let's put a couple of them there. Click play. This isn't the way that we're going to do it. We're just showing what it's like. And there's a few of them. Hello? Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh. There you go. Let's take a bit more of a hit this time. And oh. Okay, that was a little bit close. You can bring the anger. Now we can add loot items on him. So what should we put on if we go to our hips and I'm enabling this loot script. Initial items nothing. Let's put three things and I'm just going to leave it as random. It's a lucky dip. And then apply, so they apply to our prefab and as such then should be inherited by everyone else. Yep, lovely. Okay, let's click play and let's get inside, put our machine gun and run down and say hello to them. Oh, blood. Oh. Oh. Oh, that was a little bit tougher than I thought. That's only 3 of them. Imagine what it's going to be like when there's a whole horde running towards us. What goodies did we get? We've only got 30 seconds, remember? So, nice. Oh, armor. Quickly. Oh, an anvil. What have we got in this guy? Quickly. Where's your hips? Your hips don't lie. He's got a hat. And sulfur. Metal ore. Oh no, they're decomposing quickly. No, he's gone. He could have had lovely goodies, but I just was enjoying the loot so much I didn't have time. Where's our lovely hat? So, look how cool we look. Right, let's delete these. Delete, and delete. Now we're going to create an AI group that's going to spawn in our NPCs, and I want it to be around this area. So I'm going to create empty object, I'm going to call it AI groups. I'm going to set the position of this to be 0, 0, 0, and then I'm going to create another empty object. This will be AI group, and I'm going to locate this. I'm going to put it next to this tree, copy that component for that, and just paste in its values. Here it is, and then I'll just move it a little bit into the middle here. On this AI group, I'm going to add the AI group script. to change the colour to be a nice scary red. And here you can see by moving this, I'm actually changing the opacity of it so you can see it a bit better. It won't be there in the game. I'm going to put the size here to be 5, and I'll show you why in a moment. Max count, I'm going to change that to be 5. I'm going to put here the spawn mode to be all day. Now you can use at night if I wanted to have here this AI group that would only spawn really scary baddies. I would have it at night because it would be more dangerous. And at day I could have chickens and other nice easy AI to be spawned. This one, just for the sake of it, we're going to put all day. Now I'm going to drag in the same prefab 3 times, basically giving a bigger chance that it will spawn these scary nightmare models. And then I'm going to go to Ultimate Survival and the prefabs AI folder, and I'm going to stick a cannibal in, and I'll put a chicken. And the spawn interval, that's basically going to say the time between the spawns. So let's put that to 10 and see what's going to happen. Now, we'll have a greater chance of our nightmares spawning than our cannibals and our chickens. And there is a chance that all of these might actually be nightmares. So you're not guaranteed to have 3 of these, 1 of these, 1 of these every spawn. They'll be random. But because we put more nightmares in, there's a greater chance that the nightmares will be the ones that spawned. Okay, so I come in and I equipped my Winchester. Let's quickly pop over and see who we've got. I can see a chicken in the distance. We've got one of these cannibals. Now, while he's chopping at me, I just want to pause. Okay, so I've clicked pause because I want to show you something quickly. If we go down to this guy here, AI group, and our nightmare, you can see that they've all spawned inside the AI group. And if I go into the rig of the nightmare and I find his head, eventually, if I keep on going deep enough, here we go, I find his head. I've got here hitbox. Now I could tell this head to be a damage multiplier of 10. So if I hit this hitbox here on the head, it'll basically multiply the damage of my weapon by 10. This is a great tool that you could say there's vulnerable points on the AI. Obviously a headshot is a very good example. Now you could even go deeper and have colliders on his eyeball and put a hitbox collider on his eyeball. So you have to be a fantastic shot to be able to take him out with an eye in his eye. This guy doesn't actually have any eye sockets, so that'll be a bit weird. But you get the idea. So let's go back into our wonderful death scene here. And I've just been killed. Fantastic. And finally, we're going to create some waypoints for our NPCs to randomly patrol to. So over here, oh, too far down, by this rock, I'm going to set the first waypoint. And let's create an empty game object, call this one imaginatively waypoints. I'm going to put the position of it to be in 0, 0, 0. And now we'll create another game object, and I'll call this one waypoint, again being very imaginative and unable to type. I'm going to put here a tag WP, and I'm going to change the icon to be this orangey icon. So the position of it I want to take is here, copy its component and paste in the values here. And this will be the first waypoint that our NPCs will go to. Let's duplicate it, and I'm going to move this one over here, and oops, move it over here rather, and I'm going to make this little area their special picnic place. And then let's duplicate another one and have another secret waypoint over here in the distance. Okay, so here's our 3 waypoints. They'll randomly go from one to the other while they're on patrol. While they're not on patrol, hopefully they'll be trying to kill us. Make this game exciting. So that's it for this tutorial. Okay, it was a little bit complicated in some parts when we imported in and played about with the rig, but that was about as complicated as it got in this entire tutorial. So I hope that you find it easy to import your own NPCs and have a lot of fun mucking about. So I'll see you next time. And in our next tutorial, we'll be creating a wooden box and then placing it in our scene. And if you haven't seen our previous tutorials, have a look at the links on the left for tutorial number 5, chopping trees, tutorial number 4, sticks and stones. And if you like what you've seen so far and you want to see more, please click like on the videos and click on that big red subscribe button. If you click on the alert, it will let you know when my next videos are uploaded so you can come along and watch them. Thanks for your support.